Hello students, welcome to biology class. We are learning chapter control and coordination, and today we'll study about human ear. In the last video we have learned about human eye. The ears are the sensory organs which are involved in hearing as well as in the maintenance of body equilibrium or body balance. And anatomy of ear shows three divisions or three parts, that is external ear, middle ear and inner ear. So this is the figure showing anatomy of ear. We'll discuss its part in detail one by one. First we'll study about the external ear. External ear consists of ear pinna, artery canal and tympanic membrane. Ear pinna is an immovable part which is supported by elastic cartilage structure, and it leads to artery canal. And the ear pinna, it collects and sends sound waves into the artery canal. And artery canal, it ends at the eardrum. It transfers the sound waves to the eardrum. There are presence of fine hair and sebaceous glands which secrete sebum or wax in skin of pinna and artery canal. Now the tympanic membrane is a delicate membranous structure. It transmits the sound waves to the middle ear, and it is made up of connective tissue with skin on the outside and mucous membrane on the inside. So it is bimembrane. Second part is the middle ear. Middle ear consists of chain of 3 ear ossicles, and they are called as malleus, which is also called as hammer. Then second is incus, which is also called as anvil, and third is stapes, which is the smallest bone. So they are arranged in a chain, and the ossicles, they amplify the receiving vibrations and transfer these to cochlea. And there is presence of eustachian chain, which is a short tube connects the middle ear to the pharynx. It equalizes air pressure on both sides of the ear drum. The internal ear is consists of labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. Labyrinth consists of bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth, and these are filled with the perilymph and endolymph respectively. Now cochlea, it is the coiled portion of labyrinth. So here in the figure you can see bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. They are the coiled structure. And there is presence of cochlea with cochlear duct. Then the interior part shows organ of Corti, vestibular canal, cochlear duct and basilar membrane plus tympanic canal. So we'll study first mechanism of hearing. Ear pinna of the ear, they receive the sound waves and directs them to eardrum. Eardrum vibrates, and these vibrations, they are amplified. Means they are increased in number of times. They are amplified and transmitted through the ear ossicles to the endolymph, which is present inside the cochlea. So this generates wave in the endolymph, and these waves then induces ripples in the basilar membrane. And these movements in the basilar membrane, they cause the hair cells to press against the tectorial membrane. So again this generates nerve impulse in the efferent neurons. So impulse is sent to the brain via the auditory nerve, and auditory cortex of the brain decodes the sound. Hence we are able to hear the sound. So this is the mechanism of hearing, how we can hear a particular sound. Then we'll study disorders of nervous system. First, there are psychological disorders, which are commonly called as mental disorders. So there are wide range of conditions which are coming under psychological disorders that affect the mood or thinking or behavior of the individuals, or you can say patients. These affect multiple areas of life and create distress for the person suffering from it. Means different areas of a person, that is the intellectual person or behavior person or the personality, etc. So some major categories they are given, like psychological disorders which are linked to intellectual disability. Intellectual disability, they are formerly known as mental retardation. Then there comes autism, or you can say autism spectrum disorder. Then another is bipolar disorder. Then depression, anxiety disorder. Then ADHD, that is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. This is very much common in children. And stress related disorders. Next is Alzheimer's disease. It is the most common form of dementia, and it increases with the age, and it shows loss of cognitive functioning. Cognitive means related to brain, that is thinking, remembering, reasoning, and even behavior abilities. So these functional areas, they interfere with the person's daily lives which are affected, and even their activities. So it occurs due to loss of cholinergic and other neurons in the central nervous system, and even because of accumulation of amyloid proteins. Until today there is no cure for Alzheimer's disease, but slow down, or the progression of this disease can be slowed down by treatment. So it may improve the quality of life of those persons who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Next is Parkinson's disease. It is generally the degeneration of dopamine producing neurons in the central nervous system. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. So there is decreased synthesis of dopamine. And the symptoms which are developed, they are seen gradually over the years, not suddenly. And these symptoms, they include tremors, stiffness, difficulty in walking, and balance and coordination is also affected. So this is all about human ear. We have seen different diseases or disorders of the ear, then the structure. In another video I will show you how these parts of ear or the detailed anatomy of the human ear. Okay then children, take care, goodbye.